Things are starting to look rather different from the roadside now. Noticeably all the trees being down, the light coming through, the forest floor not covered. This was the entrance that we was talking about in episode 2. It's coming down the public road on the northwest side of the property. Looking at the sky. Luniki, come. About to enter the land from potential driveway access points. You can see it's been slightly terraced here already. Down there and down there. Nosh vamos. We've had a few new concrete posts put in. We've actually got 3. There was a big storm the other week and the tree come down. It took a bunch of lampposts with it. As you can see, this one is meant to be like that. We've got several more that are leaning over everywhere. Sun's starting to come out, it's still raining. This was our entrance that we started working towards, because we would like eventually for a house to be over there. Had to drop a bunch of trees on this side yesterday because of the lamppost people putting the cables through. They've changed the positioning of the lamppost, and so the cable was going to kind of touch all these trees, and I thought better to drop them now. Carolina thought better to drop them now than to do it when there's fresh new lampposts in place. And so we've got a bit of clean up to do over here. It's always nice being forced into things, because yeah, we were coming on the land just to do some wood chipping and some clear up. Inevitably we did do that, and we got a lot more done as well. So rolling through here, this is really cool. We have been clearing a part of the land that we have not had access to since the first few weeks of being on here. We started some of the first videos, I started over in this corner. Oh, we tidied the stone house. We're getting ready to make some fence posts soon. That was a trial. We got a crazy amount of timber going on here. This is all wet timber, that's all dry timber. We finally managed to source some dry timber. So when we first come over on the land, I started working over in this corner. And we were taking down some trees, clearing out bits and bobs that was already here. And because the forest floor was so scattered with years and years and years of fallen trees, branches and everything, we had this huge pile of dead stuff already. Now all the firewood piles we've got on the land, I could not tell you what is dry. Most of it is wet and living stuff that's cut down. And so we were coming up for the summer and we was thinking we're going to be able to not even have a barbecue because we don't know where any dry wood is. This is a fairly easy looking pile to sort through, given that a few days ago, and I'd done a video a few days ago, all the way through here was absolutely stacked all the way through here. We haven't been able to get through here since we first come on the land, because we piled foliage all the way through here, all the way down here. So it's chaos over here, and that runs like this quite a way back there. I'm not going to climb it because I'll fall into the bush. Had a bit of a sort out and turn that big mess into that. It's going to go through the chipper and get added to that. Starting to make big compost piles ready for the trees next year. And we've got Some more big piles, one big pile there and another one behind it. We've started to get a bit of a walkway through here and clearing up all of this foliage. We've spent 2.5 days clearing it, and we're finally at a point where we've never had this as accessible as it is now, which is pretty cool. It's always nice to consistently see the development of the land and the space that we gain, because every time we sort of break through new ground, we are opening up space for ourselves that we haven't actually ventured into yet. For example, just down here, although we've been through and sort of bashed a bunch of little stuff down, as you can see, we've not really broke into this area so much. There's a lot of trees to come down still. Like, we're going to start tackling some of these smaller ones, not here but up there, because we just need some easy stuff to tackle for a while. I think we've been inundated with huge big trees and it gets a bit crazy on the mind. So this is kind of like what we first walked into the land like. This is an untouched area of the land. As you can see, you cannot really walk, I mean you can walk through it forcefully, but it's just crazy around here. And so this is kind of how we first walked on, and there's lots of little trees, lots of fallen trees like these. We've got some real nice ferns over here, some huge big ferns. And so like we haven't even tackled this, and we're really excited to eventually push through down here and unlock more of the land. This is a really steep grade, really steep hill we had. An old pine tree that's fallen. You can see the rest of it's there, and the rest of it's there. And nice big fern. We've got quite a few of these on the land. Some laurel, which is some native species to Madeira island. We've got an oak tree here. This is where the oak tree is. That'll all be staying. Carolina had an awesome idea the other day of adding a slide here, which I think would be amazing. And so eventually, in some years to come, we're going to have a house up there, and we will be able to walk out the house down to this really steep part, slide down the really steep part right next to the chicken coop, grab some eggs, have a little hike back up here because it isn't as steep over here, and then back through your veggie herb garden, grab your morning bits and go and make an omelette. The Holy Trinity! Paint! We've been sanding this motherfucker for 3 days! Looks like I got here just in time to empty this. When we were sanding the container down, there was a few patches of rust. Obviously the metal was very, very thin, and sanding this down just opened up a hole. Where it's been raining a lot, I have to empty this bucket several times a day at the minute. but it was absolutely hooning it down last night, and I thought this was already going to be overflowing. So yeah, have to re-weld a new patch over that. I'm just preparing myself, getting myself in the mental zone, as I am new to welding and I need to have a bit of practice before I fudge that up and make a tiny little hole into an even bigger hole. We got 2 coats on quite a bit of the container. There's a bit of the tops here, this wall and the ceilings. And these little shiny patches are where we had rust, and we have taken it back down to bare metal and put some anti-corrosion metal paint on here. Some of the patches we might not be able to get out until we actually treat the outside, because some of it's quite bad. Like this is you know, this is quite good, to be honest with you. There's other patches that are not so great. So I think until we actually treat the whole thing inside and outside, we might continuously get problems. It is still raining. We've been out here as much as we can, and we've got soaked a lot. Some days you're just kind of not really feeling it. I think today is one of those days. We're going to try and get some indoor tasks done. We've been making some massive compost piles. This was a big hole in the ground, and we've just been wood chipping loads of goodness up and sticking it all in one pile for our future trees when we get all the trees planted. All the agroforestry is going to start along this row here, and then we're going to space it in and down as we drop down the land. And so it'd be really nice to start collecting some compost over here and making some compost. But yeah, sun's started to come out, still pissing it down. I don't think the camera picks up rain very well. Vast amounts of timber, huge piles of future barbecue wood, and some big trees, man. Don't even think that's the biggest. Go on, sunshine. But yeah, we're going to come up here. The next lot we plan to cut down is going to start up here. We've got a few more days of cleaning up to do, and then we can start chopping some trees again. So we're going to start going for like all these little ones, like these type ones. Get some of these out of the way, because we've got a lot of these on the land, even smaller than these. But up here we're going to get rid of all of these, because we can move them, we can stack them, and it really opens up the land. So I've been really overwhelmed lately. Sometimes we come on and I look at the size of these bad boys and I think, holy shit. But we're getting there. Carolina's been really good. Just keeps telling me one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. We just tackle a little bit and we'll keep chugging along. We're going to tackle some of them, get them out the way, and yeah, it will also open up a lot of space for the big ones. And so some of these big ones have got to be 40 meters tall, maybe a bit more. And yeah, knowing which direction to drop them is a little bit difficult at the minute, but opening up the canopy and opening up the space around maybe give us a bit of a better direction in which to drop them in and how to deal with them. But yeah, I've been waffling far too long. I didn't want to talk this long, didn't want it to be another 20-minute video of just waffle. But yeah, we haven't been filming much because it's been pissing it down, and we've been doing the same sort of thing. Cleaning, clearing, chopping, painting, wood chipping, electric winching, and it's all a bit samey. I don't want to keep making videos of the same stuff, and so yeah, I think it's nice to come on and just see our progress, see how things are going.